I want to say something today that I think is going to reframe how you see every relationship in your life. Every relationship you have, romantic, friendship, family, professional, is in some way a reflection of the relationship you have with yourself. Not perfectly, not always obviously, but at a fundamental level, how you see yourself shapes what you accept, what you attract, what you allow, and what you walk away from. And most of us have never really examined that relationship honestly. We examine our relationship with other people, we analyze our friendships, we dissect our romantic partners, we talk about family dynamics. But the relationship with ourselves, the most fundamental one, gets remarkably little attention. Today I want to change that because I believe that building a genuine relationship with yourself is the single most important thing you can do for every other area of your life. Let's get into it. So, what does a healthy relationship with yourself actually look like? Because I think there's a lot of confusion about this. Self love has become such a buzzword that it lost some of its meaning. A healthy relationship with yourself is not about feeling good about yourself. It's not about never having hard days or self-doubt or struggles. It's about how you treat yourself when those things happens. The first sign of a healthy relationship is with yourself is self-honesty. The ability to look at yourself clearly, your strengths and your weaknesses, your gifts and your blind spots, without either of inflating or deflating what you see. Not the harsh critical voice that tears you down, not the defensive voice that refuses to acknowledge anything that needs growth, but an honest, clear-eyed, compassionate assessment. That is actually quite rare and is the foundation of everything else. The second sign is self-compassion. How do you treat yourself when you fail, when you make a mistake, when you fall short of your own standard? Because the way you treat yourself in those moments reveals a lot about the quality of your relationship with yourself. Most of us treat ourselves far more harshly in failure than we would ever treat someone we love. And that harshness, that internal cruelty, is one of the most damaging things we do to ourselves. A healthy relationship with yourself includes the capacity to fail and still be kind to yourself, to make mistakes and still believe in your own words, to fall short and still get up without excessive self-punishment. The third sign is self-trust. Do you trust yourself? Not blindly. Not in a way that ignores your patterns or pretends you don't have areas of growth. But do you fundamentally believe that you can handle what comes? That your judgment is worth something, that your instincts deserve to be listened to. A lot of people who struggle with relationships, who keep choosing the wrong people, who keep ignoring red flags, who keep overriding their own knowing, have a deep deficit of self-trust. And rebuilding that trust through keeping promises to yourself, through honoring your instincts, through showing up for yourself consistently is one of the most important things you can do. The fourth sign is self-advocacy. Are you able to speak up for yourself, to ask for what you need, to say no to what does not deserve or serve you, to leave situations that consistently cost you your peace? Self-advocacy is love in action. It's treating yourself the way you would treat someone precious to you. And a lot of us are terrible at that because we were taught that our needs are inconvenient, that asking for things was selfish, that keeping ourselves small was the polite thing to do. But you cannot have a healthy relationship with yourself or with anyone else if you are unable to advocate for your own needs. Now, here is what this connects to every other relationship in your life. Where you are self-honest, you stop lying to yourself about what a relationship is and is not. When you are self-compassionate, you stop accepting cruelty from others because it matches the cruelty you practice on yourself. When you trust yourself, you stop overriding the instinct that tells you something is wrong. When you are advocate for yourself, you stop disappearing in relationships to keep other people comfortable. The relationship with yourself is not separate from your other relationships. It is the blueprint of them, which means that improving it genuinely, consistently over time improves everything. I want to close with a question I want you to sit with honestly. If the relationship you have with yourself was a relationship between two people, would you call it healthy? Would you say those two people treat each other with respect, with honesty, with compassion, with genuine care? Or would you say one of them is too hard on the other, too dismissive, too quick to criticize, and too slow to encourage? Whatever your honest answer is, that is your starting point. Not a reason for shame, a starting point. Because you can build a better relationship with yourself, one honest, compassionate choice at a time. Drop myself in the comments if you are committing to working on this relationship today, and share this with someone who needs to be reminded that the most important relationship in their life starts with them. I will see you in the next one.